okay, Shane Waldron got moved out. Caleb Williams, it looked like to me, when we pled with them, they schemed up 6 or 7 layups. They got rid of the ball quicker, did the Bears. It didn't produce lots of touchdowns, but it did feel like they made a move in a positive direction with a new play caller.
Well, one of the things that really stood out to me, and I think with a quarterback like Caleb Williams, no matter how gifted he is, and by the way, he is one of the most gifted throwers I've seen recently, just the way the ball comes out. But you needed to sort of build up his confidence, build it back. So what is something that he's very comfortable with, Colin? He's very comfortable running the football. That's just one of those, that's who he is. Besides being a great thrower, he's just really comfortable running the ball. So one thing I noticed, particularly early in the game on 3rd down, they didn't give him any checkdowns. So that led me to believe that they probably told him, if that receiver is not there, if the primary is not there on 3rd and 8, let's say, just take off and run. And he did that a couple of times and gained 1st downs. And I think that helped him settle into the game, because clearly as the game progressed, you could see the comfort level in the way he was delivering the football increase. Now, early in the game, just being honest, he missed some basic concepts, the same basic concepts he missed with Shane Waldron, he missed with Thomas Brown. But I think they were trying to play to how he feels most comfortable. Now, we'll see if that can continue. The best throw he made was that outcut to Komet for 25 yards, which was the flood concept, which was a beautifully thrown ball, precise ball location, required pace and touch. When he throws it and he's comfortable, he is a pretty thrower.
I can already hear people already saying, oh, look, he's a one-read quarterback, or, something like that. I actually really love this, and I think it's really smart to help Caleb get comfortable, right? I mean, you're asking him to look for that primary read, looking for, where you're going to go. It's very simple. It's obvious. And then if it's not there, it's like, all right, let's see, rely on your instincts, rely on your athleticism, rely on your comfortability. And the reality is that mobile quarterbacks, earlier in their career, that's a huge advantage that they have, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to rely on your legs early on in your career. Now, do you want it to be the foundational aspect of what makes you special and why you're progressing or even getting better week to week to week as a rookie? Not necessarily. We know that you need to be able to be a true pure quarterback, honestly, who then can run rather than a runner who can do some quarterbacking, for a loss of a better way to put it. And I think that's totally fair. But the way how Caleb was playing before was such this knotted up way, uncomfortable. I think step one, and this is why I said we got to hit the reset button on Caleb Williams, is how can we get this guy just feeling comfortable? Because even if he felt comfortable or early on in the season, it was like he was comfortable in terms of dealing with some of the chaos, dealing with some of the failures, which I actually credit him a lot for, but not comfortable just being an actual true NFL quarterback. And I think these are the steps that can get him to start not only being comfortable, but then also being confident. And we could see that confidence. We saw that confidence in the end of, near the end of the game, when he did need to come back, when he did have that awesome 3rd down throw, that awesome 4th down throw. It was very simple, and simple always gets such a bad rep. And I think it was done in a way that I think actually facilitates Caleb Williams' growth, rather than saying, hey, this is all we got with this guy. What else are we going to do? Let's just do this. Because sometimes you have an approach like that, and it's pretty much just like, what else are we supposed to do with this quarterback, man? This guy's got nothing going on. This is all we can do. And sometimes it's, what? We got to let this guy get settled. We got to get him comfortable. We got to build his confidence. Let's do this. So the solution can be the same thing. The outcome can be the same thing, but the intention can be very different. and then the outcome of that intention can be very different. And I think that's what we'll see with Caleb, because you can see what Greg Cosell is talking about how beautiful of a ball he throws, and we can see what it led to. It led to a 74% completion percentage. So it was a very smart approach. And I do agree, right? He did miss some throws. I had counted, it was like 5, I think, if memory. I don't have my notes with me on that specific game, but I had like 5 or so throws. And Tom Brady does a good job of pointing that stuff out through the broadcast as well. And he talked a little bit about it. But again, that's why it's like I keep preaching, we have to hit the reset button. I am grading this guy absolutely on a curve. And it's really interesting to me because I continue to see such massive resistance to that. And I don't understand why there's such insane resistance to this idea. Because it's like, when I say something like that, hey, we got to hit the reset button, we got to give some patience, people give such intense pushback to that. And they're like, no. He's the number 1 overall pick. He's supposed to be generational. No. And it's like, can we like calm down here? There's been plenty of quarterbacks who started their NFL careers in rocky situations. They either got to sit for years or they had to play, and they've had fired coaches, fired OCs. Like I'm not even going to keep going down through all the examples because it just kind of gets boring constantly going down through the same names again and again. But like, let's stop pretending like every single all-time great quarterback was a 22, 23-year-old rookie, entered the NFL, lit the league on fire, became the rookie of the year, and then the second year became an MVP and won a Super Bowl. I mean, like, I don't understand why everyone thinks that, like, that's the only way to success, or that unless you do anything but that, it clearly means you didn't live up to who you were expected to be. Now, if we're still having these conversations 2-3 years from now, then absolutely. You can't, like, go back and say, hey, well, he got a really rough start his rookie year. What do you want him to do? Like, But we're literally talking about, what is this, like his 9th or 10th game in the NFL? Like, and it's been a mess. He hasn't had the stability. It's hard to be successful when you don't have stability. So it is so weird to me how much pushback people give, and I think it's because ultimately it's those people who reach the conclusion before he ever even stepped foot on a field, he was not good, he is a bust, and now they're just really leaning into that. I'm yet to really find someone who in good faith is like, I think Caleb Williams is going to be great, I think he's going to be awesome and amazing, oh my God, he's got the chance to be generational. They see how this season unfolds, and then they're just like, wow, he's a bust. He's really bad. I did not think he was going to be this bad. I thought he was going to be generational. I was wrong. He's awful. Move on. Like, I'm not seeing those takes. The only people that are really confident and saying, no excuses, are the ones that had already made up their minds before. And it's, and at that point, if you've already made up your mind before the season even started, well, then certainly no information is going to change your mind, honestly. So it is kind of a bizarre situation that Caleb Williams has found himself in, which is, not hard to predict going into the season, just because he was already so polarizing, just because he was a popular number 1 overall pick. And for whatever reason, when you're in that situation, people are already so dead set on creating a conclusion about you before you step foot, rather than just being like, yeah, I don't know, he's got a lot of hype, seems really good, I can see it going either way, let's just see what happens. It's, you either think he's amazing or you think he's awful, and that's the way it was very much how LeBron James entered the NFL. He entered the NFL, how he entered the NBA. Obviously they got off to different rookie year starts, but I'm obviously going to continue to closely watch Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears and kind of his development. But as I've said in previous videos, I'm only looking to see so much more progress this season. It's already a mess. It's already the cards are already stacked so much against him. The deck is already stacked so much against him that I can only see him continuing to grow and progress so much. You can't tell me that having already now 2 offensive coordinators in the same season, not even having now a legitimate offensive mind to help guide this young rookie, is ideal. It's just not. You're just not put in a great position to succeed, quite frankly. And what's really funny? I'm glad I thought about this. there's a lot of Detroit Lions fans who obviously really want Caleb Williams not to be good, which I understand, right? Like they want the Lions to be good. So I get it. But they're like, nope, he's a bust. He's awful. No. Now those same Detroit Lions fans think that Goff is amazing and think that Goff is an MVP. And to be clear, I think Goff is absolutely balling out. He's playing unbelievable. I've defended him and praised him a lot this season. I just will leave you with this. How well did Jared Goff look when he started off his career? Did he look good? Did he get better as the seasons unfolded? Has he even gotten better from when he left McVay and played for Detroit? Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Caleb Williams? How do you feel about his first start with a new OC? And, do you think this kind of approach and what they're doing with Caleb is a good thing, a bad thing? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.